folks, today is Friday, February 4th, 2022. As usual, my name is Jake Baldino, here to talk about all the video game news that has been going on this week. It's a pretty stacked week considering it's early February where it's usually dead. There's a lot to dive into, so let's jump in with the first big surprise story. The next Grand Theft Auto is now officially, really, seriously confirmed and coming. Yes, straight from the horse's mouth, Rockstar Games themselves put out like a post today detailing some stuff like the future of GTA Online, but in there was also a nugget of this information. We are pleased to confirm that active development for the next entry in the Grand Theft Auto series is well underway. They just put it out. It's real. So Grand Theft Auto 6 or whatever it may be is in the works. Now, this, of course, comes after rumors and craziness for years, leaks, not leaks, job listings and stuff like that. So we've known something was in the works. It was pretty obvious. But now to finally officially hear it, great. When is it going to be? Probably a while, just because of the way these games take a long time to make, coupled with the fact that the last year or two has been a little bit messy for game development studios overall. I wouldn't expect to see this thing anytime soon, especially considering this was like a little quiet announcement. This wasn't like a big, bold, proud announcement. It was just like a, hey, by the way, leave us alone. So now just cue the rumor mill of what the next Grand Theft Auto is going to be about. What if they put a girl in it? Seriously though, this will be fun. We have very much been a channel that talks about Grand Theft Auto in the past, so for another one to ramp up, it's exciting for us. We like those games. We like making videos about them, so yeah, let's go. Now in other news, on a negative note, Battlefield 2042 looks like it needs more time, which it doesn't come like a big surprise to people who have played it or really took issues with it. Battlefield 2042, of course, was like the poster child for 2021, releasing some busted games. And now with this new developer community announcement, a hotfix has been pushed and now seemingly is March, which seems like a long time away. And with it is going to come a bunch of updates that people have requested and fixes and technical stuff. But damn, all we wanted to do with pointing this out is just the fact that, like, yeah, it's great you guys need time for fixes for the game, but of course, we would have loved the game to have released in a better state. Personally, I don't put that on the individual developers crafting the game. I put that on the corporate interests behind it, where the games eventually can be delayed, but eventually they got to get pushed out the door whether they're ready or not. And that sucks because we get stuff like this. Many a game has been saved in the past with post-launch updates though, so we'll see where it goes. But in other news, some wild news, earlier this week, Monday, what a way to start the week with a bang, Sony has purchased Bungie for billions of dollars. Yes, in case you missed it, begun the console war acquisitions have. It's $3.6 billion was this purchase, and it's wild and unexpected, and according to it, on both Sony's end and Bungie's end, Bungie's actually going to be able to remain pretty independent and put out games multi-platform, which of course we're going to have to believe it when we see it, but that's a notably different approach than Microsoft. We did a whole video covering the little ins and outs and the details and the announcements, but basically it seems like Sony is acquiring them really for everything because they can make cool intellectual property. Bungie has a history of that. Sony wants to also take them into like movie and TV levels of things and live service games. This is where it seems like Sony's plans for Bungie and their reasons for buying them are really coming out, because later in the week we learned a bit more that gives it context, because we now know that Sony is planning more than 10 live service games before March 2026. And Jim Ryan has alluded to this in interviews talking about this acquisition. So that's where they're going. Live service games, a lot of people are burnt out on them. I personally don't really like many of them at all. But maybe Sony can do a new spin on it with some of their internal studios. I would like to see that. I would like to see some creativity with the concept. I understand why companies would want to keep developing games that just keep churning and earning more money forever. But like, it has to be good. Like, I don't know, man. They're just going to put NFTs in the game. We'll see where all of this stuff goes, because Jim Ryan, Sony has said to keep an eye on them, because they're going to be announcing more acquisitions. There's more stuff in the works, and according to a new report, Sony still has $10 billion kicking around that they're spending. So let's see where this goes. Hey, next up, this episode is brought to you by Epic Desk. Now, I know a lot of you guys out there are like me. You're using these plain old boring black desk mats or mouse pads for your work or gaming setup. Get that out of here. With Epic Desk, you can get a desk mat that really expresses you. Something bigger, bolder, aesthetically pleasing, if you will. They come really nicely packed in a slick sleeve, and they reveal a nice quality design of your choice that are all in 3 different levels of rarity classes. Like, they're all individually signed and numbered. The extremely limited runs only have 100 in existence. They even each come with their own certificate of authenticity. It's pretty cool. The desk mats themselves come in nice high quality print. There's this cool stitching around the sides, and they all come in a size of 36.5 by 15.75 inches. Also, one thing I've picked up on after using them, they're a little thicker than your average desk mat or mouse pad, and it really makes for a nice smooth experience when you're playing. That added weight and thickness though, it just feels substantial, it just feels quality, you know? So if you want to check out some of the designs and maybe pick one up for yourself, because some of them are very limited, go to the link in the description down below, click that, or go to epicdesk.shop and use our code gameranx to get 15% off any stock Epic Desk mat. Once again, check out that link in the description down below. Have fun. Thank you guys for watching, and thanks to Epic Desk for sponsoring this video. And real quick, sticking with PlayStation news, it's a pretty Sony heavy week. It's now official. You can link your PSN account with Discord. This was announced last year, but it's finally rolling out, and that's pretty cool and convenient. Also, PSVR 2 now has like an official site. That popped up earlier this morning. It seems like there's gonna be like a thing with reservations or pre-orders for it. It was mentioned at the bottom of the site, so maybe keep your eyes peeled on that. We still haven't seen the physical headset yet though, but still, it's a real thing now. It's becoming real. And of course, it wouldn't be a Friday show without a game delay. What do we got this week? Can you guess? Guess what it is?
Gotham Knights? No.
Close. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, man, Suicide Squad from Rocksteady Games has been pushed to 2023. So there you have it, another one. We also got a bunch of cool announcements and new game stuff this week that I definitely think you should check out. All of the stuff, the news stories we talked about, all of it will be linked in the description down below, of course. The first thing we got is Yacht Club's new game. The people behind Shovel Knight are making a new, very much classic style game. This time it's really old school 8-bit style action adventure game, and it is called Mina the Hollower. I definitely want to hear what you guys think of this one. It's definitely a bit of a shift from the previous game, but I'm really curious to see what they do with this one, because I think it's a little deceptively simple. Also, it's Friday. Dying Light 2 is out. It's finally out. I played a review copy. I've been playing it for a while. I definitely recommend the game. It definitely has a lot of technical issues, and I don't think some of the decision stuff totally lived up to the hype, but I have had so much freaking fun with the core gameplay that I totally recommend it. So we will link the before you buy down in the description. If you are one of like a freaking million people that watched it, thank you a lot. It means the world to us. I bust my ass on those, so thank you. Also, the Bloodborne demake has really been blowing up the internet because it's now officially out, and you can download and play it. It is available. What we linked in the description down below is a YouTube video of the maker doing a whole playthrough video, and it is absolutely incredible. The level of detail, the nuance to everything, how it uses the Bloodborne sounds, how it replicates the visuals. It's so cool. And I've said this before on the show, but I just really love how, like, when people love video games and they have some skills behind them, like, freaking anything can happen. Also, Sony hosted 2 state of plays this week. The first was for Gran Turismo 7, detailing all of that stuff. It is, of course, once again, another gorgeous, slick, and very slick interface-heavy Gran Turismo game. It looks incredibly impressive. That's coming in March. And we also got a big, long look at Ghostwire Tokyo, which is also releasing in March, we now know. I wasn't super excited about this game, despite the people involved, but now seeing some gameplay, it looks like this weird, cool, like, FPS Doctor Strange ghost hunting game that I never knew I wanted, but I'm in. Now, shifting gear to some other last minute news, CD Projekt Red has, in an interview, stated that their goals for this year is to kickstart development on 2 new AAA titles. Yes, of course, they're still very much working on Cyberpunk and cleaning up some things and releasing new content, but they're looking towards the future. The simultaneous implementation of 2 AAA projects is our strategic goal for this year. Along with that, apparently they're going to hire and staff up more too. So it just goes to show, with the issues and the internet anger with Cyberpunk and it being a rough product, definitely valid, the money train just keeps on rolling. And also, in other cynical news, we're getting a new Call of Duty tease or something. Infinity Ward has tweeted a teaser. A lot of people think it's going to be Modern Warfare 2 or something like that. This is interesting because we also talked about the possibility with like the Xbox acquisition that Activision was maybe gonna like kind of space out their Call of Duty releases, but definitely not yet. So here we are. Still, it is a hell of a week for video games in terms of things releasing, things released last week, things releasing next week. There's Pokemon, Dying Light, Sifu. There's games everywhere. So I want to hear what you guys think about the news this week, but I also want to know what you're playing. We always leave it as a pinned comment. It's for our research, so thank you. But let's talk in the comments. Things get crazy though, so we'll be down there as much as possible. But if you want to yell at me directly, find me on Twitter and Instagram and my YouTube channel, Jake Baldino. But thank you guys for being here. Every damn Friday, talking about this damn news. Clicking the like button's all you got to do. It genuinely helps us out. So thank you. But we got to get back to work, so thank you for being here. I'm Jake Baldino. Pizza's on me. I almost forgot I always forget how do I? Have a good weekend, guys.